Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Oliver. I am sitting in my daughter's playroom today. You can see all the toys around. She is taking a nap. But I'm going to go and I'm going to show you how to do the math assignment that is for today. So I have my objects here. So what you were supposed to do today is you were supposed to go get an object that you can use to measure. Now, some of the ideas are maybe a Lego, a paper clip, anything around that you have that's kind of small. I chose today to use this. It's one of my daughter's small little blocks. So I'm going to use this to measure 5 different things. So I went around my house and I looked for 5 things that I thought would be good to measure, and I'm going to use this to do that. So let me show you what I got first. All right, we're going to measure this little Elsa doll. That is my daughter's. All of these things are my daughter's. Her bubbles, one of her smaller books, one of her bigger books, and one of her toys. Okay, so I have all my objects. Now what I have to do is use this block to measure each object. Then we're going to put all 5 objects in order from the largest or the longest to the smallest. All right, so here I go. I'm going to do mine on the floor, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it too. So I'm going to adjust this a little bit down here. I'm going to start with the bubbles. So I'm going to have to take the bubbles and lay them flat. And then I'm going to take my block, which I'm going to use to measure, and I'm going to start at the very bottom, and I'm going to measure. So that's 1, and I'm going to move it again, 2, 3. So this thing of bubbles is about 3 blocks long. You see it? 1, and then I'm going to move it up to here where it ended. 2, and then it ended about here. I'm going to move it up one more time. 3. So remember that. Bubbles is about 3. Now, let's do the book. I'm going to lay it flat and do it first. 1, move it up. 2, move it up. 3. This is also about 3 blocks long. Might be a little bit longer. 1, 2, move it up to where it was here. 3, see there's a little bit, so it's about 3.5. It's not quite 4 for my book. So my book is a little bit bigger or longer than my bubbles. All right, we got 3 more to go. Now, I'm going to do the Elsa doll. My daughter really loves Frozen, if you can't tell. All right, I'm going to lay her down, take my block, start at her feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Elsa is about 5 blocks long. I started at her feet and I moved her 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way up and measured her. So she so far is my longest one. All right, I'm going to do this big book, this big Frozen book. All right, I'm going to start, lay it flat. I'm going to take my object that I'm measuring with, start at the bottom. I like to use my finger so you can see. I know that this block ends here. So I'm going to pick it up and put it again. That's 2. Move my finger. Pick it up, move it again. That's 3. Put my finger, pick it up, move it again. 4, 5, 6. So this now is my longest one. So remember, I took it here and I just, I'll show you this way, went from the bottom. And then wherever it ended, right here, I put my finger, and then I moved it up and started again. So this was 6. So this is my longest so far. All right, my last object is her little toy. I'm going to put that down, take my block, start at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. All right, so now I measured everything. So now what I need to do is then I need to put them in order from longest to smallest. Do you remember what my longest one was? It was my big Frozen book. So I'm going to put it over here. This is the one that's going to go first. This was the longest. That was 6. Then it was the Elsa doll. Then it was a tie between my book and this. They were both the same. So I'm going to put them, doesn't matter which order, I'm going to put them here. And then my smallest one was the bubbles. So now you can see, after I measured, my longest all the way to my shortest. So what you're going to do is you are going to go do the same thing at your house. So for your first job is find something to measure with, a Lego, a paper clip, any small toy that you have, and take your object and then go find 5 other things to measure, okay? And then put them in order from the longest, the biggest one, to the smallest. All right, I hope that was fun for you to watch me do it, and you go have fun doing it at your house. Bye, everybody.